Hello, hi, hey everyone. I want to give a minute. I want to say actually there is some construction work going on in my backyard. So in advance, I hope you guys cannot hear what's going on. So actually just kind of pardon the noise. But just like a minute or two, then we can get into starting. This is I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up the Empowered Mommy series. So I'm so excited for this. I just thought it'd be awesome. Let me situate myself here. Let me situate myself. Awesome. I thought it'd be really awesome if I wrap up with me. So just giving you guys another minute. I'm always very grateful for the people who are tuning in right now and for the people who are watching this later. Thank you guys so much. So, okay guys, we can get into it. Guys, hi, if this is your first time actually tuning to my channel, hello, my name is Finda. I'm the Empowered Guide in Business, Fitness, and Fragrance. Your Empowered Guide in Business, Fitness, and Fragrance. This journey started, I would say about, oh my goodness, 2014. It started then. I'm literally going into 10 years, but with a product, the fragrance itself here. It's really started with the product itself. But then since then, I have been focusing more on just kind of turning my brand into a lifestyle brand. So that's why I introduced myself as in what I am, the Empowered Guide in Business, Fitness, and Fragrance. So guys, I'm so grateful to have you guys join me today. Thank you. As I said, if you're checking this out later on, thank you so much guys for tuning in. I'm really thankful. Before we even get into this live segment today, please feel free to subscribe if you've come across my channel, if you're watching my content, if you're liking, you're sharing, whatever you've been doing, guys, the communication has been completely stellar. So I appreciate it. Please feel free to click that subscribe button. I'm growing. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. To me, it's unreal. It's crazy. It might seem in perspective to other people that's small, but perspective wise, I tend to look at the coin as always being half full and the other side of the coin, the cup always being half full. So to me, being at almost 300 subscribers is such a blessing. And I am beyond grateful for all the people that tune in, all the people that share, and just how my channel is completely growing within the past 6 months. I am beyond thankful. So guys, thank you. So today, did you guys check out part 3? There's part 3 here. I was able to get with a lady from my country, Sierra Leone. It was absolutely amazing. So part 3, there is Diana George. She's on part 3. So you guys, I apologize. Her name is actually Antoinette George. Antoinette George, she's part 3. So guys, check that out. Part 1 was Diana, part 2 was Kwanda. Please guys, be sure to check that out. I apologize for the distractions, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But anyway, so today part 4, I wanted to be the person to actually be the empowered mommy, to ask all all the questions I've been asking other women. I'm going to answer all these questions for you guys today. So I'm really thankful. So we're getting into it. As I said, I'm your Empowered Guide in Business, Fitness, and Fragrance. Completely grateful for you guys tuning in today. So as I said, answering questions, the questions I was asking other people rather. So you guys already know that what I do. And my second question I tend to ask other women is, how do you balance mom life and work life? Which is so awesome. Earlier today, I had a thing at my son's school. So it was career day. So I had the privilege, the honor of actually being in my son's school by actually showcasing that being a business owner and also being a nutrition consultant or nutrition coach. I had to, really put the vocabulary down for them because they're only kindergartners up to 3rd grade. It was really cool. I felt so honored being able to do that. I had 6 classrooms and there were 25 kids in each. So I had over 100 kids I was able to empower. It was such a blessing for me to do that today. It was 15 minutes each. So being able to balance it, I feel like to me, it's like a no-brainer. If I'm with my son, 100% I'm focused on him. I even put my phone down, focus on him. I'm completely all about him, about my family when it comes to them, because he gives me so much energy and so much different ideas how to be creative all the time. So that actually really does help me when it comes to just being with family. And when I'm creating it's so important when it comes to that part. Creating aspects, sometimes it happens when I'm in the shower or when I'm working out, or sometimes I'm out for a walk with my love or just with my family. That creative aspect really does kind of help. So I've learned that the two different aspects to it, it's that there isn't really like a balancing say for me, for to be, there really isn't a way you balance it. One of my biggest mentors I adore online, Andy Frisella, the best way he puts it is like the way what you're giving energy to, right? So when I'm with my son, 100%, that's what I'm focused on. I'm not thinking about work because I don't want to cheat him with the energy that I'm thinking about something else. And because time goes by so fast, before I know it, he's going to be like in junior high. Right now he's only 6 years old and he demands a lot of attention, and each stage is going to be completely different, so I just don't want to miss anything. So when he's home, I have so much fun with him, from playing hide and go seek. He loves to draw and color, doing the different things with him. To me, that's absolutely just, it's worthwhile. And then when it comes to actually just being with creating, that's something completely different. So I'm just really grateful that I'm able to put energy when I'm creating, and energy with my son, with my family. Those are two different things. And one of the other things that I've always asked other women too is that, what advice would you give women, right? The advice that I would give women, since I'm the one on the hot seat today, the Empower Mom asking questions, the advice I would give women that actually want to go after what they want, go for it. Go for it. I cannot stress it enough. Go for it. You will never know what you're capable of if you just don't go for it. Like my biggest weakness is second guessing myself. I second guess myself all the time. Like, what if this doesn't work out? What if that doesn't work out? I'm constantly living in my head. I have other friends that are Virgos, or like, must be a Virgo thing. I'm constantly in my head, like second guessing. I'm not sure. But I rather go for it and actually tweak things on the way there than actually sit back and live a life of regret. So my biggest pet peeve is being afraid, and also being average and living a life of regret. So I would say, if you are a mommy and you have this dream in your heart, and you feel like, man, I'm not quite sure exactly what to do because it's going to take a lot of time and effort. Trust me, it's going to take a lot of time and effort, but you definitely need a village to actually help kind of foster that dream. But definitely, I'm just going to say, go for it. Things always don't work out the way you plan them to. Trust me, they're not going to work out the way you plan it to. But at the end of the day, it works out even better. Like, I have so many testimonials and stories, which I'm actually going to treat you guys at the end of this live, share with an amazing story. One of the things that happened with me when I first moved to New Jersey, that when you just leave things up to God, as I said before, I'm a PK, so my dad taught me since I was a little girl that just leave things up to God, and keep doing the work, and everything else will follow. Like, trust me, go for it, and you'll have people that are going to help you out. You'll be amazed to see how things literally just come together when you actually just go after what you truly want. Because at the end of the day, life is short. You don't want to live a life full of regrets at the end of the day. And the other thing I would actually say too, it's make sure that when you are really gifted, I say this many times, when you're really gifted with something, I feel like all of us on this earth, we are put here to actually share with others what our God-given gifts are. Like, to me, I feel like that's why I'm an entrepreneur, because I have like the gift of gab, as they would say on the streets. But I have this thing where I can connect with anyone. I can connect with anyone, and that translates through my social media content. That translates through me working with people with nutrition. That translates with me actually having speaking engagements. So that's the gift that I was gifted to bring to the world. So you have a God-given gift. You are not doing yourself any justice when you are not really fostering that, creating that. There's a saying I heard a long time ago, that somebody out there is waiting on you for you to actually say yes to your dream, for you to say yes to your mission. Because what I believe, when you go after your purpose in life, you actually are literally, to use my own my own branding, you literally are empowering other people. Because you would say you don't know exactly who you're inspiring. For example, I've had other people that will tell me, or the lady I had last week, Antoinette George, she says, man, Finda, when I look at your content, it makes me so motivated. I just want to get up and go. So to me, that makes me feel like I'm living my purpose. I'm literally living what I truly believe I was meant to do here on earth, is to show other people, if I can do it, trust me, you can do it too. So I'm really glad that I have other people that are being inspired, because I don't quit. I'm constantly growing, and I'm constantly inspiring and empowering other people. So my thing is that if you have a God-given gift, and you know that it's constantly just, tugging at you, that's something you really, really love to do, I say absolutely go for it. Guys, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have an amazing story for you guys at the end. I was actually going to let you guys know this, the month of May, since I'm wrapping up the part 4 of the Empowered Mommy series, I'm also going to take a pause on social media, especially for my YouTube channel. I have a lot of projects I have to work on behind the scenes. So for the month of June, the whole month of June, I'm not going to create content, but I'll be working on fantastic new content for the month of July. So guys, don't worry. I will completely be back with really, really great information, great content. Because the one thing that I learned, even when I got my empowered purpose, when it came to me, the idea from the fragrance to conceptualizing like the whole lifestyle brand, I was more like in relax mode. I can't constantly keep going, and actually keep think that I'm going to be creative. I have to be more in relaxed mode. So I decided I'm going to spend some time with my family for the month of June, and I'm going to spend some time finishing some projects that I need to do and being very creative, so I can come back in July with fantastic new amazing content for you guys. So the other question I tend to ask other mommies is that if you had one amazing food that you eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? To literally piggyback off of part 1 and part 2, the ladies both said avocado. I thought about this before I went live today. I have to say mine is avocado. They're different. I love kale, but avocado you can eat with anything. So I would say kale and avocado. I would say I'll have 2. So those are the 2 things. I would say avocado, like avocado toast or just in a smoothie. Literally, avocado is like one of my most favorite things that I can eat. And like almost, I would say anytime. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is just a very, very awesome fruit that you can eat either savory or sweet. So definitely avocados, that's my thing too as well. So that's like, 3 out of 4 when it comes to favorite healthy foods per se. And guys, before I wrap up, I'm going to make this really quick, but I want to leave with you guys an amazing story. Like, I love sharing this story because this is actually going to be an upcoming book that I have coming up towards the end of the year. And I'm really grateful for this story because it blew me away when it happened, and it blows other people away when I share this information with them, including how it happened. I want to give you guys this, since I'm taking a pause for a whole month so I can actually do some work behind the scenes, is to give you guys the encouragement. Trust me, if you just keep doing the work, the most amazing things happen to you. So that being said, I want to go into the story before I wrap up. So when I moved here to New Jersey in 2008, November 16th, at the peak of the recession, it was only $360. My cousin invited me to live with him, and I remember it was a black broken leather couch, but things didn't work out. 3 months later, I had to find my own way. So I didn't know anyone, and I only had $360, but I had like jobs that really weren't like the best jobs, like 2 part-time jobs. And I found a place in Westville, New Jersey. Westville is a little bit more high-end. Actually, it's a very high-end place to actually live. I rented a room there where it was literally gave me a cot down the basement for the first, I would say 3 weeks, where I was paying $600 a month. And the family there, nice family, they had 2 nannies. They were Filipino. One was older and the other one was younger. I remember that I felt like, oh yeah, this feels great now. I finally have a place that I can call home. But I really was not quite relaxed at the same time because the rent was $600. I already paid the first month's rent, but the second month's rent was coming up. I didn't have money. I didn't really know anyone. But this story gets so miraculously, it gets amazing. I remember the husband coming to me saying, Finda, don't forget the rent is due tomorrow. And I said to him, oh, of course, yeah, I have the money, I have the rent. And I remember being a little bit nervous, like this gut feeling like, man, I don't have the rent money. What am I going to do? My dad always told me, if you want something, turn to God in prayer, that God always has a way of actually showing you what he wants you to do. So since I felt in my heart when I moved from Pennsylvania in 2008 that I'm here for a reason, so what I did, I took my dad's advice. I remember getting on my knees that night and asking God, if I'm supposed to be here, please find a way. Let me find a way to actually pay rent tomorrow. Now, guys, don't forget, I didn't have any money at all. I said, if I'm supposed to be here the night before, let me find a way to actually pay rent. So I got up. The next day I had to teach a class at the YMCA in Plainfield. So I had to take a train. It wasn't too far away. I had like 2 stops, but I still had to take a train to go teach my fitness class that I was doing. So I remember leaving that morning, completely forgetting what I asked, God, for the night before in prayer. And the older nanny, she has like broken English. They speak Tagalog because they're Filipino. She stops me. She says, Finda, can you come here for a second? And I go to her. I say, yeah, of course. And then she hands over, she stretches her arm out. She said, this is for you. And I'm like, what's this? Then she says, this is that, she gives me $300, guys. No kidding. She said, $300, this is for you. And I'm blown away by that. But then she says more to me. She says, don't give this back to me. I want you to pay this forward to somebody else down the road who's going to need help, just like you do right now. I'm blown away. But then the reason why it threw me over, what she says after next. And then as I took the money and said, I was like, wow, speechless. She says, Finda, you are meant to be here. I did not know what to say after that, because that's literally what I asked in prayer the night before. And here I am with $300. The thing is that I still needed $300 more to actually pay rent that day. But I hugged her and I said, thank you. And I kind of like thank God the whole way to the train station. I was so grateful. I just felt really grateful. But I just knew that I still needed $300 more so I can pay rent. But I wasn't really thinking about that. I just felt like everything was going to be okay. So I went to the YMCA in Plainfield. I taught my class. I knew I had about $18 or $20 in my ATM. I said, I'm hungry. Let me go get lunch. So I went to go get lunch and I put my card into the ATM. Put my card into the ATM to get at least $10. I can get $10 out of my bank at the time. So I went to go get $10 out. So my card kicks back out and then the receipt also comes out. And I look at the receipt. I was so confused, completely blown away. The receipt actually said my balance was like $368, something like that. I forgot that weeks prior, I had filed my income tax and that tax came in that day. Guys, I don't know if you've ever remembered the movie, The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, when he got the job at the end. That was literally me being so grateful at that ATM. What am I saying? Literally the night before, I had nothing to pay rent. I did not have $600 to pay my rent. But the next day, I get $600 and a confirmation to say that, Finda, you belong here. Like literally, you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me a thing. So I felt so confident. I felt so great and I felt so grateful. And I wanted to share this story with you guys to let you guys know that nothing is in vain. Like everything that you do is all for a bigger purpose. And I know everything's for a bigger purpose. Even the way I met my love, my partner, the way I met him, literally was by me asking, and I'm going to share that story with you guys. That's a story for another time. Everything I have was designed to be for me. So I'm so grateful that I'm in this empowered purpose and this powered journey, and I'm empowering you guys out there. If you're watching this later, I hope this story completely shows you that everything that you want is completely yours already. You just have to trust the process and keep doing the work, and everything falls in line. Guys, this was absolutely amazing. If feel free to actually watch any of my videos for the next month, for throughout June. I have got over 200 videos on my YouTube. I have content on all my social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on any of those other platforms throughout the month of June. And as I said, I'm going to be working a lot of different things. I have a lot of awesome stuff coming up in July. I'm going to be at the farmers market in Metuchen, so a lot of different projects that I have coming up. I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for the comments, for the like, for the love, for sharing, and for subscribing. I'm growing, and I feel the confidence that I have in me today is not what I had in me 3 years ago or 2 years ago or even a year ago. So I'm truly am blessed to actually bless and empower you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for clicking that subscribe button and taking me to 300 subscribers. Thank you guys. And for the people who are watching later, I truly appreciate the love and support. As always, don't forget that power moves and to keep moving.